You're staring at your phone. The screen is bright, the keyboard is waiting, and their name is at the top of the screen. You know you should reply. You want to reply. You typed the message, deleted it 17 times, and now it's been 3 hours. Every word you write feels wrong. Hey is too boring. What's up is too generic. An emoji feels too eager. A joke might not land. You type a sentence, read it back, and you can physically feel yourself cringe. Delete. This isn't overthinking, it's your nervous system in full survival mode. And by the end of this video, you will understand the real reason your body goes into lockdown over something as simple as a text message and how to finally break free from that paralysis. First, we need to completely reframe what's happening. Society has given us a simple, lazy word for this experience: overthinking. But that word is a lie. It implies that the problem is in your thoughts, that if you could just stop thinking so much, you'd be fine. But the real problem isn't in your head, it's in your body. The shaky hands, the pit in your stomach, the sudden feeling that you can't breathe, that's not a thought. That's a biological alarm bell. Your nervous system has identified a threat, and it's preparing you for a battle that your conscious mind doesn't even know is happening. Deep inside your brain is a structure called the amygdala. Think of it as an ancient, hypersensitive security guard. Its only job is to scream, "Danger," at the first sign of trouble. The problem is, this security guard is ancient. It evolved in a time when the biggest threats were predators in the bushes and rejection from your tribe. It never got the software update for the 21st century. So, when you stare at that blank text box, your amygdala doesn't see a phone. It sees a vast, empty field where you are about to make yourself vulnerable. And to your ancient brain, vulnerability can mean social death. The text message you're about to send represents a massive risk. What if you're ignored? What if you're misunderstood? What if they think you're boring, or weird, or desperate? To your amygdala, these aren't just anxieties. These are mortal threats to your social standing, and it reacts accordingly. It hits the panic button. Instantly, your body is flooded with a cocktail of stress hormones. Adrenaline courses through your veins, making your heart pound and your hands tremble. This is the energy surge you'd need to fight a bear, but instead, you're using it to fight a keyboard. Then comes cortisol, the stress hormone. It's designed to sharpen your senses for survival, but when there's no physical threat, it just creates a fog of anxiety. It shuts down the creative, playful part of your brain and activates the part that scans for everything that could possibly go wrong. This is why you can't think of what to say. Your brain isn't in conversation mode. It's in threat analysis mode. You're not trying to write a fun text. You're trying to write a text that has a 0% chance of resulting in rejection. And because that's impossible, you get stuck. You become trapped in what psychologists call the what-if loop. It's a cognitive prison, and it happens in 4 stages. See if this sounds familiar. Stage 1, the trigger, the blank text box. It represents infinite possibility, and therefore, infinite ways to fail. Stage 2, the catastrophic prediction. Your cortisol-fueled brain doesn't just consider the worst-case scenario. It treats it as the most likely scenario. It's not, what if they don't reply? It's they won't reply, and it will be because I'm not interesting enough. And I'll feel that crushing wave of rejection all over again. Stage 3, the rehearsal and revision. This is where you type and delete over and over again. Each time you write a message, your brain runs it through 1,000 simulations, trying to find a version that guarantees safety. But safety is an illusion, so the rehearsal never ends. Your thumbs hover over the keyboard like 2 terrified soldiers who can't decide whether to advance or retreat. Stage 4, the avoidance. Finally, overwhelmed and exhausted, you put your phone down. You tell yourself, "I'll reply later." This brings a momentary wave of relief. But here's the insidious part. That relief teaches your brain a dangerous lesson. It teaches your brain that not sending the text is what keeps you safe. So, the next time you try, the fear will be even stronger. Over time, this process can become so ingrained that we develop a specific text paralysis personality. See if you recognize yourself in one of these 3 common archetypes. First, there's the perfectionist. The perfectionist believes there is a perfect message that will unlock the exact response they want. They are terrified of saying the wrong thing, of a typo, of a misplaced emoji. Their fear isn't just about rejection. It's about being seen as flawed. The text isn't a conversation, it's a performance, and they need a standing ovation. Second, there's the people pleaser. The people pleaser is terrified of being a burden. Their primary fear is, what if I'm annoying them? What if they're busy and I'm interrupting? They will wait hours or even days to reply, Not because they're playing games, but because they are trying to find the perfect moment to be the least inconvenient. They see the notification bubble on someone else's phone as an apology waiting to happen. And third, and this is the deepest level, there's the trauma survivor. This person's nervous system is already wired for high alert. For them, the silence after a sent text is more than just a pause. It's a digital ghost of being abandoned or ignored in the past. The three dots that appear and disappear are a form of psychological torture. Their text paralysis isn't just about this one crush. It's about a lifetime of their nervous system screaming, "Please don't leave me." Do you see it now? This isn't about being bad at texting. This is about a nervous system trying to protect you from what it perceives as a catastrophic threat. The problem isn't that you think too much. The problem is that you feel too much. So, how do we break the cycle? We can't just tell our nervous system to calm down. We have to show it that we're safe. We need to interrupt the pattern. Here are 3 tools that actually work. Tool number 1, the 5-second rule. This is not a gimmick. It is a psychological tool to override your brain's hesitation. The moment you know you need to reply, you count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and on 1, you either start typing or you hit send on whatever you have. This isn't about sending the perfect message. It's about taking action before your amygdala has time to hijack your body. It's about teaching your brain that action is less scary than analysis. Tool number 2, the good enough draft. This is for the perfectionists. The goal is not to write the perfect text. The goal is to write a good enough text. Read your message and ask one question. Is this message clear and kind? If the answer is yes, send it. Give yourself permission to be human. A real connection is built on imperfect, real communication, not on flawless, robotic performances. Tool number 3, change the medium. If the keyboard is your enemy, then abandon the battlefield. Instead of typing, send a voice note. The act of speaking uses a different part of your brain. It's harder to rehearse, harder to over-edit, and it forces a level of authenticity that typing allows you to escape from. It feels scarier for a moment, but it's often the fastest way to break the paralysis loop and convey your true personality. Ultimately, you have to remember this: the war room inside your head, the endless simulations, the fear of saying the wrong thing. It's all based on a false premise. It's based on the idea that you can control how other people feel and react. You can't. You can send the most perfect, witty, and charming text message in human history, and they might still be busy, or in a bad mood, or just not interested. And you can send a simple, good enough text, and it might be the start of the most amazing conversation of your life. The paralysis you feel isn't a sign that you're broken, it's a sign that you care. It's a sign that you have a heart that is brave enough to want connection, and a nervous system that is wise enough to know that connection is a risk. Your job isn't to eliminate the risk. Your job is to take it anyway. So, the next time you find yourself staring at that screen, your thumbs frozen in fear, take a deep breath. Recognize the alarm bell for what it is: an old program trying to protect you. And then, thank it for its service, and choose to be brave instead of safe. Now, I want you to tell me, what's the one thought that always stops you from hitting send? Drop it in the comments. When we share these fears, they lose their power. Let's show each other we're not alone in this.